Hello, guys. I'm Melissa. I've experienced 10 times of cosmetic surgery to become a celebrity. However, no sooner later, my dream turned into nightmare. I was always an ugly girl, while my close friend always looked gorgeous. Therefore, our school colleagues always called us Beauty and the Beast. They always treated me bad. As a result, after many times being bullied and considered as a thorn in others' eyes, I made a decision to change. I wanted to be like stars on reality TV shows and celebrities, who always receive admiration from others. I set aside an amount of salary to modify my eyes and my ears. After the successful surgery, everyone had changed the way they looked at me before. Some boys even started flirting me, whereas other girls envied me. I felt like I had become another person. I even sometimes introduced myself with another name, Jane. And I really loved to be Jane. I fell into it. I had been starving others' attention for a long time, and when I had all of that, my desire for it became bigger and bigger. I conceived next surgeries. However, not everyone was delighted with my changes. First, my close friend said that I had changed so much. I thought she just hated me because eventually, I got more beautiful than her. Therefore, I ended my relationship with her then. Also, my brother sometimes tricked me about my surgeries, but I didn't pay much attention to all of that. I, later, did my breast and of course, everything went without a hiccup. I began taking my selfies and post on Instagram, and surprisingly, a month later, I had 20,000 followers. Everyone found me a gorgeous girl, and my brother's friend was not an exception. Since I did cosmetic surgeries, Harry, my brother's close friend, visited my house frequently. He complimented on my slime as wonderful, and he couldn't leave his eyes on me. He even played joke that he would hang my picture in his room so that he could see me every day. Sometimes, I caught him gum-shoeing me when I was getting off my clothes. The feeling that I was admired was so charming. Nevertheless, that wasn't enough for me. Being beautiful was not enough. I also wanted to be famous. That's why I did my butt. After that, I received many messages said that how I inspired them and how much they envy me. Never before that anybody told me that. However, the upcoming tribulation nearly destroyed my mind. As you can see, I did not only get massages like that. There was a mystic account that I noticed and he started to text me 10 times a day. It wasn't like he was giving offense, that's like compliment, I guess so. But then he happened, he wanted to touch every part on my body. I was so scared reading that. Therefore, I ignored those impolite messages. However, he began comment on my pics that, if you don't respond, you will regret one day. That's when I started freaking out. I looked for his profile and I could not find any pics of him, but the most frightening was that I was the only one he followed. Then everything inherently bad seemed to get worse. One time, when I was on my way from a mall to home, I got a message from him. I opened message box and nearly dropped my phone owing to my image walking alone on street in the message. He tracked me. I ran as fast as I can to get home and blocked my door from the inside and felt my strong heart beat. At the moment I thought, I should have a sleep and wait till morning to decide what to do next. Nevertheless, I became more scared the next morning. I checked my Instagram and I saw another image of mine. But this time, it had been taken from our main door. I screamed. I ran checking each of the doors, windows, but each of them was blocked already. And then, Harry got downstairs. He glared at me and said, "Hi lady," with a monstrous smile on his face. I didn't know why I hadn't noticed it before, but it really irritated me. And then I realized, he had slept overnight at my house. He knew clearly what I often did and sometimes commented weirdly on my posts. There was no stranger. It must be him. I spent the whole morning looked at him and heard what he said. When everyone was having breakfast, Harry suddenly said, "Your breasts look more delicious in your pajama." My anger abruptly surged. I took my phone and showed him the photos he had sent me. Then I told to call the police. He became froze a second. Look, he would die soon. He gave the phone back to me and said he didn't know these stuffs. I threatened to call police again. But he laughed out loud. I hit the ceiling, but it seemed like that he was innocent. I turned back to my room and was afraid that secret man was a stranger. I blocked my door just for precaution. Then I lay all day in bed and just dared to show my face downstairs, and Mom cooked dinner. But how difficult it was, because I couldn't get rid of that stalker story. Can't stand it anymore. I pulled out my phone and texted him, "Why are you doing that to me?" Immediately the craziest thing happened to me was I couldn't believe someone's phone table just vibrated because of his Instagram message notification. My heart is beating fast and I'm right. I picked up the phone and immediately realized that this was his brother's phone. It was my brother who stalked and sent me these messages. He sat on the sofa. I went over and threw down my phone and asked what the hell was this. As soon as he saw the phone, he knew that he had been caught in the act. And then he simply smiled and said to himself, "You want to be trash, so you deserve to be treated like that." Goodness, I couldn't even look at his face to tell his mother I wasn't feeling very well. I ran back to my room and cried all night. Yes, at school I used to work. I was treated badly, but I got my family. I thought nothing was worse. I deleted my Instagram account right away and started pack. I can't bury the same guy alive under the same roof anymore. My friend gave me a home and helped me through everything after that. After all, things are gradually getting better, but I still feel disgusting whenever a boy looked at me. His brother's words and his memory rushed back to me until I met this wonderful man. I met him at the coffee shop. I introduced myself as Jane, and after a week or so we started dating. Thought everything was fine. Then the worst happened. My breast pad became infected and needed to be replaced. I thought that was over. My boyfriend would leave me and my career as a celebrity would end. Surprisingly, not only did he not break up with me, but he also said that he loves who he is and we will get through this together. After that, I had the courage to share this story on Instagram, and know what? My career didn't end because my fans are the biggest community. Do you like this? Don't forget to like, to comment and subscribe to my stories. We will post new stories every week.